What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I bid all of you guys welcome. We are going to take a look at the re-engineering feature system that is going to be introduced hopefully soon to STO, currently on the tribble testing server right now, and it's kind of funny, to say the least. I did read, and maybe that's going to be a good idea, to read a little bit about the systems before we actually start covering it. So I'm just going to bring up the page right here on the ARC main website that you guys can actually see. So they are introducing the re-engineering. Now this is a system that they are allowing us to modify the modifiers on particular items. The information that Cryptic and Perfect World have provided is right here. Have you ever crafted a beam weapon and spent resources upgrading it, only to end up getting a mod that doesn't quite fit the build you're going for? Have you worked away on a new feature that is allowing you to reroll certain mods, granting you the ability to finally craft a modified certain pieces of equipment to your own satisfaction? In order to re-engineer a piece of equipment, we're introducing a new resource into the game, Salvage. Salvage is rewarded to captains from salvaging equipment obtaining from loot drops. This is going to be something that is going to be very important. I'm going to cover this in a later bit. They receive a new contextual action can be taken after highlighting a particular piece of loot, which in the same way would discard or inspect an item. Salvaging the piece of equipment will destroy it and reward amount of salvage based on the equipment marks and quantity. So let us get back to loot drops. Loot drops is basically those rewards that you're going to get from killing off an enemy. That can be in space or in ground, and even also on doing duty officer assignment missions or admiralty missions. They sometimes reward you with like various items that you basically discard and don't really need in your character when you're doing missions. So those are going to be really expensive these days because everybody is like picking them up. And also the ones from the exchange are basically gone already. So definitely a good way, and a tip for you guys doing duty officer missions, admiralty missions is definitely a good source of these loot traps. And the higher the equipment's mark and quantity, let's say white, green, blue, and purple, and maybe epic, whenever you're going to get an epic piece, is definitely going to be more valuable if you are going to re-engineer this item, or at least you're going to scrap it for the salvaging components. The cost of re-engineering a piece of equipment will be dependent on how many available mods you wish to re-roll, which cost per mod decreases as you opt into additional mod randomizations. We're still fine-tuning the numbers, and we will look in feedback on tribble to finalize the exact amount. This is basically saying, like, we are not really done with the system. We are kind of like looking and what the statistics are going to be to finalize this thing. And right here, this thing is with the new re-engineering system, we have taken the opportunity to create several new epic mods for shields, for weapons, for shields, for engines, deflector, and secondary deflectors, and ground armor. All have received an assortment of new epic mods. That is definitely awesome, and definitely something I'm looking forward to explaining. We also we've chosen to maintain the existing epic mods as the default mod that is selected when a piece of equipment is upgraded to epic, which you choose to reroll if you desire. Now, this is something interesting. So the normal items that you already have that are on epic quality, they are going to be staying at epic quality. But if you want to reroll a particular item, you can do so, and you're going to get like new mods if you want to. Now, also something to note, a couple of stuff that cannot be re-engineered, so you cannot re-roll the modifiers on them. These are going to be warp or sync singularity cards for your ship, consoles, kit frames, all of the reputation items that you're going to get. Let's say most of the space items that we have, shields, engines, deflector dish that we currently use, are not going to be able to be re-engineered, and a featured episode rewards that you're going to obtain from doing episodes in Star Trek Online. Now, that is not saying that a lot of items cannot be re-engineered. Now, if you want to go to the re-engineering tab here, there is an option right here, upgrade. A new tab is going to appear, re-engineering, right there. So all of the items that they're basically saying are through crafting, and through crafting, let's say beams or cannons, something to, you know, to do DPS to your ship, maybe projectiles and stuff like that. That is basically what this thing is mainly focused on. Also, something to note, all of the fleet items can be re-engineered, as you guys can see right here. You have definitely a plethora of option, the potential powers to gain, adapt, capacity, regen, anti-proton, and all of that that you can just highlight. If you just mouse over it, it's going to give you all of the available options. Something that I definitely wish that they would allow us to do, that was going to be ground weapons. Now, the Boolean is from the lobby, and if I equip the Boolean right here, it does not allow me to change the modifiers on this thing. And I don't even know if this is something that you guys are looking forward to changing the mods on. But I mean, a lot of other items can be changed right here. The minor universe dual pistols, maybe they still need to lock this thing down, but as it is currently on tribble, let me emphasize that this is on tribble, you do have the option to re-roll all of these modifiers that we have right here. And also something else to note, normally we're going to get 3 modifiers or 4 modifiers. Now we're going to get another one, so we're going to get 5 of them. So for a couple of pieces, not all of them. Also, things like this, like the kinetic cutting being, the modifiers are locked and you cannot change them at all. But you do have, let's say, for a secondary deflector, you do have the option to, you know, change that. But these are only craftable items that you can change the modifiers on. And for some reason, the Kobali shield as well. You can also change that. So that is definitely awesome. Beams, for an example, if you really don't like it, the option right here that I got from Thrust, that is unlocked, or at least that is locked. That is something that you cannot change. And I think I also have something that some of you might actually are interested in. The modifier pen right here is also locked. And the modifier pen you're only going to get if you're going to craft a particular item, let's say beam, or in my case a torpedo. So you're not going to get the modifier pen, or you cannot actually change the modifier pen to obtain it. Let's say pen times 3 or something like that. That is not an option. What else is there to say? Yeah, definitely start grabbing yourself all of the loot. So there is an option right here. If you right click on a particular item, now this is green and this is blue. So we are definitely going to see right here. And let me just clear this. We can definitely see what these items are going to be. So this thing is a greenish item, and let me just salvage this thing. Yes. So we got 117 salvage numeric, and for a blue one, salvage, yes, we're going to get 233. So definitely grab yourselves the better loot. This one is a normal one. If we salvage this one, we are going to get 117. Okay. So basically, this is how you gain those salvage numerics. and there's going to be a new tab in your asset tab in your inventory. Open that one up, a new asset, and you're going to get a new item right here that is going to store all of your salvage points, salvage numerics that it's giving us. And these are definitely interesting because you need those if you want to upgrade a particular item. Let's say this beam right here with the snare. You can also lock it or you can unlock it right here, and basically it's going to be just like a slot machine. It's going to go up and down, and you can definitely randomize it. But on this beam I do not have enough enough resources right here. I need 700. I don't need a lot. Let me just discard a couple of them. Salvage that, salvage that. There we go. This thing is now able to randomize it, so here we go. So I got accuracy and critical chance, critical hit. Nice. So definitely no, almost discarded it. Salvage. Let's see if we're going to get enough to randomize this thing again. I did do like a Nagala patrol, but I didn't grab all of the loot. Oh, here we go. That I needed to do to grab myself a couple of resources, because you usually get like these sorts of stuff like batteries and stuff. But this new system definitely is going to change the balance, to say the least, in how much DPS people usually do, because beams that had like, you know, pen modifiers and damage times 3 and all of that definitely did more DPS. And with this new system, all of the noobs, including me, can have a shot at doing a high amount of DPS. So that is basically this new re-engineering system. Now, obviously, all of the items that I showcased in this video are subject to change. All the numbers, all of the no, one thing that I do want to show you guys. So all of the items that we got from obtaining the fleet, that is including this one, can also be changed to accordingly to whatever you guys want to. So, you know, a little bit more on armor to be, I don't know, survivability or anything like that, more DPS. If you can have that, why not? You know, just grab it and make it happen. Beams, definitely. Also secondary deflectors, personal shields, if you guys are interested in that. Yeah, beams I already showcased. Also dual heavy cannon. So basically this new system is just for the R&D components right here that you usually craft, and the rest is just, you know, all of the loot drops that you get. Just not discard them. Why am I saying discard? Just salvage them, and you're going to get salvage point that is going to come right here in a new tab, new information box displaying how many of those salvage numbers you have. All right, with that being said, I'm definitely looking forward to more details coming out and on the numbers that we are going to get, let's say for a particular green items or blue items or a white item to normalize, because now it's just all over the place, and we can definitely see a improvement in DPS, including all of the noobs, me, and some of you as well. No, just kidding. Mostly me. And yeah, so you guys can have the most epic mods that you and I want from all of the items, from mostly from the R&D and also mostly from the fleet as well. Excluding all of the reputation items, all of the kits, consoles, and a couple of other items that maybe are not in here. I guess these, you know, these phasers that were a reward from participating in events, they're basically, I think they're going to lack these things as well. But anyway, we will see and how this system is going to develop, and hopefully we're going to see how it is going to be in the holodeck server. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of preview information coming out of Tribble, and I hope to see you on the next video. Later.